Hello, I'm Derek, and welcome to Hindsight 101, where you learn about things that will help you in everyday life. Now, to start this off, I need to clean out my sewer line. I have some roots growing back there, and I just need to clean it up a little bit. This isn't really a how-to video. It's more just, this is my first time doing it, so you'll learn along with me. Maybe you'll learn something, or let me know in the comments if there's something I can improve on.
So future Derek here, things did not go as planned. There's definitely going to be some lessons learned, and I'll highlight those as we go through the video.
So just to give you a little backstory, in 2020, we actually had this water jetted, so everything was cleaned out, but because right behind this, on the side of there's a wall right here, there's a tree right outside from it, and that's where my sewer line goes out. So I'm only going about 2 to 3 feet. So it's really not that bad, but there's roots that are growing. I have a little gap in my sewer line, so because it's clay. So I just got to clean out those every couple years. I'm going to have to do it unless I want to dig up my front yard, which I'm not really about to do. And just so you know, taking out the tree isn't really a big thing, because even though you take the tree out, the roots may still grow. So this is kind of what I'm going to do right now until, like I said, I want to dig up my backyard and fix the sewer line, put some PVC in. So let's get started. So I got this sewer snake from Harbor Freight. Now I did make some modifications. I put a handle on it. I had some old hardware. And then I also put some wheels on it. I could have gone for the more expensive one, but I got this at a discount. So it was a lot cheaper just putting the wheels on myself than buying the one that was $100 more. And I got like 50 bucks off of this one anyway, so it was well worth it. So the only other thing that I have is my camera that I'm going to scope. Like I said, I'm not going that far, so really I only need just a foot or two. Now with that said, let's get started. Oh, the other thing I would say is make sure you have eye protection. I have gloves, and then I have more gloves for when I mess with the snake. And then normally I would have a mask or something on, but since I'm not really going to be going that far and I know what's back there, plus for audio reasons, I'm going to forgo the mask, but it's poo water, so be safe. So my clean out is actually in my office, which is kind of a hassle, but oh well. So this is why I'm being overly cautious, because I actually work in here. So once I take this off, we're good to go. I'm going to put the camera down there so we can see what that looks like.
So I cut a lot out because the camera did not work out. It was pretty much unusable. It's really good for if I want to see something behind a wall or anything like that. But once I put it down the sewer and any sewer debris got on it or water, it was impossible to see anything. So I ended up actually getting an actual sewer camera.
So unfortunately, my camera isn't working, so I'm going to have to get a new one, but we're still going to try and go through. I pretty much know how far I have to go, so I'll just go, a foot or two out, clean it out and then come back. And then once I get a new camera, then I'll go back and check to see how well I did. So let's go from here. So all you have to do is put this in the forward position, and then this is an air switch. So as long as you're holding it down, it'll stay on. Once you let it go, it will stop. And then you just want to slowly feed this in, and this drum will spin, and then the spikes on here will spin, and then hopefully grind up the little bit of roots that I have in there. Like I said, they're tiny little roots. Only about maybe 2 or 3 inches have grown back.
Not too sure what I was thinking there. 2 or 3 inches is a lot compared to how much space is in a sewer pipe. It's not as bad as it was when I had my sewer cleaned out. They were bringing out clumps of dirt, but here is just a lot of roots which could turn into webbing, which could block anything trying to flow through it. So that's why I got to get rid of it.
Before it was like a webbing, so it was blocking, but I just want to keep it clean so I don't have that issue again. So let's go. So from here, I want to pull a little bit out and get it in there so I don't get any spin or anything like that. So just push it in there. I have it in there pretty well now. So now I just want to start the spinning action.
Just an FYI, these blue PVC gloves were a nightmare. I knew I wasn't supposed to use them, but I actually tested out my backyard with the auger, and the gloves, and it seemed fine, but when I actually put it into practice, they were a nightmare. Because the gloves were PVC and they're you can say sticky, rubbery, I guess, and the auger is spinning, it just kept binding up the gloves and almost my fingers along with it. So it's a safety issue. So I was being cheap. If you still want to go the cheap route, they suggest getting like leather gloves. I didn't really want leather gloves because I felt like they would absorb smells. So I went the more expensive route and got some actual plumber sewer gloves, whatever you want to call them. As you can see, they have ridges on the bottom to prevent the gloves from binding up and getting caught up in the auger. I'll bring it back.
Make sure you have some towels. As you're bringing it back, you want to clean it off. Starting to see something come out. Oop, looks like we got something. All right, now is where you kind of want to slow down because looks like I caught something and it's going to be a lot of splatter. So I'm going to clean this off a little bit before I continue. Get some more towels because the last thing I want is a whole bunch of poo in my office. So here we go. All right, here we go. So definitely got the roots. Definitely got the roots. So pretty proud, pretty happy. Definitely will still get the camera to make sure I got everything, but I'm happy with what I did get. I'll clean this up and then should be another couple years before I have to do this again.
More like a couple days, not a couple years. I'm so glad I got the sewer camera. Stay tuned, you'll find out why.
Now it's day 2 and I got the beefier camera, so that should work out a lot better than it did yesterday. Now again, I can't show you what the roots look like when they were in there. I can only show you to see if I got everything cleaned out. Now I did have a plumber come out and scope this a while ago. That's how I knew there was roots in there and I needed to remove them. So let's get to it. Let's turn this on. Okay, nice. We got a screen. Let's record. We're recording. All right, let's put this down there, see what goes on. It's a nice clean picture. It's self-leveling, so no matter what position the camera it is, it's always going to look like it's the correct viewing angle. Let's put that down there. Liking what I see so far. Looking clean. Looking clean. Oh, here we go. All right. So it looks like we still got some roots to work with. All right. So what's after that? As you can see, that's kind of where like roots can come in that angle right there. But let's keep going. That should be the... There we go. All right, I think we're... Ooh, let's see what else is here. I think we're pretty much good. I'm going to start reeling this back. Let's see where we're at. All right, so looks like I'm going to have to go through there again and get that. Oh, yeah, we got quite a bit of roots right there. So yeah, it's grown quite a bit. Interesting. All right, well, we're going to have to take care of that. That will be a very big problem. So the camera is definitely beneficial, and I'm glad I got it. So now I don't have to wonder how well it's cleaned.
My plan isn't to remove the roots completely, it's just to cut them back to buy me more time. Now, just so you know, there's a link in the description for any of the tools that I used if you're interested in getting them.
Since I'm not ready to tackle that today, I will have to wait another weekend and then start working on those roots. Pretty much clean, put the camera down there, check it, pull the camera out so I don't mess up the camera, and kind of keep doing that back and forth to ensure that I have a clean sewer line. Just gonna close her back up, call this a day.